ashes flee. Who else can I call to see giants fall? Whose speech can melt the highest peace? Whose glory makes the heavens sing? It's a name like no other. It's a love like no other. It's a grace like no other. Jesus. It's a name like no other. It's a love like no other. It's a grace like no other. Jesus. What a love gives its life for an enemy who crawls in this ditch just to rescue me. What love would pursue me across the sea? What grace carries me through all my grief? It's a name like no other. It's a love like no other. It's a grace like no other. Jesus. It's a name like no other. It's a love like no other. It's a grace like no other. Jesus. 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 You're a name like no other. You're a love like no other. You're a grace like no other. Jesus. You're a name like no other. You're a love like no other. You're a grace like no other. Jesus. You're a name like no other. You're a love like no other. You're a grace like no other. Jesus. It's a name like no other. It's a love like no other. It's a grace like no other. Jesus. Jesus.
Welcome, everyone. You are watching Behind the Words, a show where we dive into the minds of some of the most incredible songwriters. Today in studio, we have Mike and Charis Noviskie. The Noviskie family moved to South Africa from Houston, Texas as missionaries in 2012 and have been faithfully serving at Hatfield Christian Church ever since. Mike today is one of the facilitators at our worship academy, and Charis, having graduated from our worship academy in 2021, is now studying communications in Texas. Welcome, guys. It's so good to have you here.
Hi, Micah.
Thanks. Good to be with you.
Listen, your song, Like No Other, is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. I remember the first time I actually heard it. It was rolled out as one of the new songs we have to learn at the church. And I was just like, what? It's so stunning. And then to see your names as well as one of the words and music, Beautiful. And what I love about this piece, it's a basically a family collaboration because it's got Lucy and Mingo Baron, right?
Yeah.
Please tell us about the song. What's the story? How was it birthed?
Okay, so the story is Mingo and Lucy are amazing worship leaders in Texas, where we come from. And Mingo and I led worship together at our home church, Christian City Fellowship in Sealy, Texas, which is near Houston, for many years. And he was a great songwriter. Yes, Mingo and Lucy are great songwriters. So back in 2010, they wrote this song, and this one bit, it's a name like no other. It's a love like no other. It's a grace like no other. Jesus. It was, I think, the chorus to this song, and they played it one time, during an offering, and then they never played it again. And Mingo told me, I actually don't like anything but that chorus. And what would happen is he would use it as a shout chorus. Every now and then, between this song and that song, he would bring out that song, just that little bit, and the church would get lost singing, "You're a name like no other. You're love." Our church would get lost. We would meditate, and we would end up shouting and screaming, and all the loudness, and we would be sometimes sing for 10 minutes or 15 minutes just in awe of his name and his character. And they still, even after we moved here, would carry on using that shout chorus. And years later, I'm sitting in South Africa in a creative writing class in Worship Academy.
Hey.
And a couple of things, it was during lockdown, a couple of ideas came. So I reached out to my friend Mingo, hey man, can I redevelop that chorus? Is that okay? And he and Lucy gave us permission. So, and then I realized collaboration is better. Why not have 4 instead of 3? So I had a few lyrics that I was messing with. I had a melody that I absolutely hated, and I asked Charis to come in.
Which was super duper cool because this is one of the first times we really worked together on a song, and I was super duper excited. I was like, whoa, I absolutely love the lyrics that he wrote for the verses. So cool. He definitely undersells that they are amazing. So we tweaked them a little bit. We worked together. Mostly what we shifted is we shifted the emphasis towards the end of the verse, those last 2 lines, really emphasizing that and putting words there that are really powerful and meaningful to us. What is really, really special to me about this song, and specifically about the verses, is that they tell our story. The words are really, really personally significant to us, specifically what love would pursue me across the sea, what grace carries me through all my grief. Those are things that are relevant to us in such a deeply personal way. But what is so amazing about it is that as personal as they are to us, they're also so universal because this is God's love, and he ministers to people like this all the time. It's something that's for everyone, not just us. And that's why I love singing this song, is because I'm telling my story, but I'm also telling your story and our story. And it's just something that's really special to me. And that was my favorite part of the process, was crafting the melody for these verses, because these images are really, really special. And to make a melody that is fun to sing and that also gives room as a vocalist to explore what these words mean and not rush past it was just so exciting and so fun. And every time I sing it, I love it so much. I just enjoy singing this song. And that was one of the coolest parts of writing it, was making a song we like to sing.
So about that melody, one of the changes that Charis brought in was to take that 3rd line and just stretch it out. Make it longer, give more space to play. So she first did that, and I'm like, but what about the timing, Nay? So we had to work the timing. We found a melody we liked, and then we realized that now brings emphasis. So one of the things we changed is we took the most compelling image in the verse and moved it to that 3rd line. So that it can, because it has some natural emphasis. Then there's a natural build-up. So it was really nice.
Yeah.
I have questions about the bridge. Would you call it the bridge? It's a name like no other. It's a love like no other.
That's the chorus.
That's the chorus. I mean,
And also the bridge.
And also the bridge. But you guys changed how you sung it. So you sung it differently from the chorus, because the chorus, it's a name like no other, but then the bridge, you sung it with more emphasis.
Well,
and the chords that are also there, it just it just, for me, it highlights it and it just lifts it up as well.
Well, I'll let Charis talk about the melody.
Yes.
But what the bridge where we sing Your Name Like No Other,
Yes,
just
yes.
now we decided to cut to just vocals the first time. So that section, that's the bit that Mingo and Lucy wrote. For me, that's my favorite part of the song. That's where all the power is. And everything we do up to that point is to build that revelation. Because, worship is a response to
Yes.
revelation. And we desperately so want you to see Jesus, something of who he is, and then respond to him. Tell him your name, your love, your grace. There's no other. And just tell him. So when we get to that bridge part, we hope that you've caught a glimpse.
Yeah.
And if you've caught a glimpse, that's it. So when we discovered when we were singing the same melody earlier, it was kind of used up. And by the time you get to the bridge, you can wear it out. So we thought we must change it. And then we must, maybe get a bit more meditational. We could save that loud adorational response and, declarational response for the later part. So, yeah.
Well, that's exactly it. We were just playing around, and we had this idea that we wanted to take the original chorus and make it a bridge because it had that power. We wanted to keep that movement and that emphasis as a bridge, as a response. So for the chorus, we really did feel like we needed something slightly different. So we just played around, and out comes this melody, and I was like, cool, it works, it's cool.
I love it. One thing I'm sure people watching, and I'm sure maybe you guys have been thinking about it, but have you guys actually collaborated before? Will there be more father-daughter duos? We're excited to know.
Definitely. Definitely.
So you haven't written before together?
I don't remember.
Not really. Not really. Maybe a little bit, but not as much as this time.
This was now in 2020. We've done 2 more songs since then.
Okay.
I don't think we started one and finished it. Each time it was, hey, Mingo, can we redo this amazing? Can we build around it? And the other time I had another song from, umpteen years ago, and it crossed my mind. And I used to love this one little section and hate the rest. So it was also during lockdown. We had so much time to create. You're stuck at home, you eat, run, and create.
Yeah.
I called Charis. Charis, tell me why I hate this song. I played it for her, and she told me. She was very frank. But then we reworked
Honestly,
it,
yeah.
and it was a lot of fun. So, hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Charis. Thank you for watching Behind the Words for our song Like No Other.
More stories are coming, so be sure to like and subscribe.